Hello guys, and welcome to another MetaHuman course. So we're going to be taking off from our last course. So if you haven't seen that course, jump in the description and go check out the link. But we're pretty much, we didn't quite fully build the MetaHuman out where the facial, like everything changes for the face and that. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be rebuilding it completely, and also the clothing system as well. So I'm going to make it so you're able to change your hairstyle and also your facial hair. And this is pretty much where we left off last time. So we made it so you could change, to a different type of MetaHuman. But there was an issue with the hair, which is actually fairly common. So what we're going to do is we're going to be rebuilding this completely. So you're able to, change your MetaHuman style and even your hairstyle and everything and your clothing in a single MetaHuman blueprint. So what we're going to do is this is the blueprint here that we're going to be working with. But this is what we did last time, but we're going to be rebuilding this completely. So rebuilding this whole structure completely, we weren't doing it properly. You need to do this, but for everything practically, for all the grooms, but we're going to be restructuring that whole thing. So, but the first thing I need you to do, actually the first thing we need to do is we need to go to here and you need to make sure you've got plugin and engine content. Because what we need to do is we need to fix this issue. And the way you do that is to go down to engine and then plugins. And then what you want to do is scroll down to MetaHuman creator. And then you want to go to optional and then grooms and then groom assets. So we actually need to, let me find this one. So it doesn't really matter. These are all of the hairstyles, 38 different hairstyles. So we need to actually change, these files, and then inside of our MetaHumans, we need to update some files. So it fixes all of this issue. But the first thing I need you to do is we need to go to groom assets. And so you do all of them. What you want to do is go to here and just type in groom asset, and it should be down here. And now you've got all the groom assets. This is everything. There's 95 different hairstyles and like facial hairs and all that type of stuff. So what you need to do is right click on that. Instead of changing 95 files individually, you just right click on all of them. It might be a little bit resource hungry, so it's going to take a while to open. But we need to modify one thing in all of these. And then the good thing about it is because it's in the plugin and we're modifying the plugin files, once you do it, it's done. Like, you can make a new project and create MetaHumans, and this also allows you to have all of the hairstyles to choose from. So if you really wanted to, you could like put a female hairstyle on a male body. So it gives you that that ability. But we need to do this before you do the first step. So what you want to do is, once your PC works out what's going on, go down to here and then go down to say asset actions and then edit selection by property in property matrix. So right now you should see like a little slit there. What you want to do is you want to turn off RBF interpolation for all of them. Okay, and then I think this does it for the for other ones as well that you've created for the MetaHumans. But once you do that, save that, and then that's that step done. And now what I need you to do is to get to the stage where I am at, which is contents, MetaHuman. So for each MetaHuman, okay, what you would have is not the full body. You would have that one and that file, but I'll show you how to get these ones. You should have all the clothing as well. And in here is the important one. Okay, now this guy, the preset, let me show you. So we'll start with Bo, this guy. So what I need you to do is, you should have these as well. So open up the character, and for each different hairstyle and facial hair, etc., even the eyebrows, anything that you change needs to be assembled for each different hairstyle. But I'm going to show you how to do it in the best way. So these presets, both of these presets, they don't have any mustaches and beards. So I suggest that you add a mustache and beard to all your characters. So then all of the grooms are filled in, okay? And then I'll show you in a second what you need to do. And you just need to, so I've already got 2 different hairstyles, 2 different mustaches, and 2 different beards, and that's what I need you to do. So once this opens, I need you to just render the character, and the best thing to do is to take all the clothing off and make it so they got a full body. So then you're going to get that mesh in here, and then once you render him, change the mesh in there to full body. You'll have a full outfit and a full body. Then you'll have those 2 meshes. The clothing shouldn't change because you removed the clothing. But this guy, like I said, some presets don't have, or don't have a mustache and a beard. So these are separate, okay? So what I suggest you do is give all your characters everything. So you're going to have hairstyle, mustache, and beard. These are the 3 things you're going to be able to change. So, and because what we're going to do is we're going to use index logic to be able to change different hairstyles and that. So I suggest right now I've got 2 hairstyles, 2 mustaches, and 2 beards for each character. If you want, say you want 4 different hairstyles, I suggest doing 4 different hairstyles and then do 4 different mustaches and then 4 different beards, just so the logic, you don't have to do any juggling with the logic type of thing. And I will also show you how you can remove a mustache or a beard if you wanted to, even the hair, using the same logic. So what you need to do is you need to just like consider this index 0. So that's the first hair, first mustache, first beard. Then do a second one, third, second version, third version, fourth version. So say you got 4. They don't have to be exactly the same, but you just got to remember what the max index is. So say you got 4, if you keep them all the same number, it'll be easy to remember. So right now I've got 2. You'll have whatever yours is. All right. So once I'm not going to assemble them, obviously, but what's going to happen is you're going to end up here, and then you go to binding like this, and you need to have 9 items. Okay. So we have beard and goatee is also a beard. So we've got 2 beards, 1 eyelashes, 1. These are the ones you don't change. Or if you wanted to, you could theoretically do that, but we're just changing the hair and that. So you've got two beards, 1 eyelashes, 2 hairs, 2 mustaches. So you'll have 1 peach fuzz, and eyelashes and eyebrows. They just stay the same unless you want to change them. But yeah, you should have 2 of each, or whatever your number is, 4 of each. You might have 4 hair, 4 mustache, 4 beards. Just keep it the same so you can follow along. So there we go. And you could technically add more later on very easily. So actually what we need to do, and I haven't done it yet, is we need to go back into the grooms and just do bind like this, bind, and then you'll get the groom bindings, and we need to open all of these. Like this is why this is happening. So what we need to do is we need to open all of these. So there's going to be 9 of them for each character. There should be 9 if you got 2 hair, and then just add extra. So if I've only got 2 of each, I should have 9. So there we go. So what you want to do is, just to make it easier, click on that. And for some reason, Unreal Engine puts it here, but they don't put it here where they should. And I think it's an issue. So what you want to do is just fill these all in. These ones are going to be easy. Like the heavy ones are going to be the beard and the hair. So it might take a little bit, like the hair is going to take a while. Like this. But you need to do this for all of your characters. Like that. So I've only got 2 characters, but obviously if you've got more characters, you need to follow the same process. Pretty much the process from the last stream right until now. So if you followed, if this is the first course you've seen of this, go check the description for the first one. Okay, so now bow's done. We can save all that. All of these bindings are done. So what should happen, but just make sure, is also you need to just make sure, go back to the grooms, and then this time just type in groom asset like that, and then you have the groom assets, and just, open up one of the hairs and or just make sure they're all off. They should be already, because we changed it in the thing. So that's what you need to do. You need to change the bindings, but just make sure if these have got RBF interpolation on, turn it off. So that's bow done, and now we just need to do Cameron quickly. In grooms, he should have 9 as well. Yep, 9. Just quickly, let me just close this. And just got to quickly change him. Don't worry about this guy. We're going to rebuild it, the whole thing. Okay, we can just do the ones again. Like, go like that to search that one, because you need to get this exact mesh and put it here for all of them. And these are inside your individual MetaHuman, because each individual MetaHuman has a custom face, a custom body, a custom clothing, size, everything. Even the grooms are custom. Everything is custom. But these theoretically can fit on any MetaHuman. You just got to create your own binding. But we're not going to worry about that. We're just doing it this way. So this way you can like build out MetaHumans. You can change their clothing just by changing a variable. You can change their hair just by changing a variable. Even their facial hair, even all in game. It doesn't matter where it is. It'll happen inside the blueprint, in game. Doesn't matter, as long as you got access to the variable. You change it to a certain index, and my index is going to be 0 and 1. So I'm going to have 2 of everything, 0 and 1. So index 0 and index 1, but I'll show you. So now that's the MetaHumans done. I suggest doing a backup now. We probably wouldn't even worry about the backup. Actually, just in case, I'll do the process review. So just do a backup now, because this is now the plugin files modified and everything in place, and fixed type of thing, ready to go. So we'll just do a quick backup like this. So MetaHuman example. I'm just going to go MetaHumans done. So MH done. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. So this shouldn't take long. Obviously, if you're watching after the stream, jump a bit forward, but now we're ready to rebuild the whole thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on modularizing the character. So you can change the character to anybody, and everything changes. The face changes, the hair changes, depending on what index there is. There's going to be different indexes. There's going to be a hair index, a mustache index, a beard index, a shirt index, a pants index, a shoes index. So then you can have different. And it's also gonna be done in a data table. So you can make different data table rows, or even different versions of the character with different types of clothing in different indexes. But what we're going to focus on is building the whole character, for just a row for each character, and then you add all, and then that way you can have multiple hairstyles, and just you add the hairstyle to the array. There's going to be an array. So that's what we're going to do. This is just good practice to, so you don't have to redo all that, just in case something dramatic happens, and it's more plausible to just revert back. But yeah, once we get all the data in place, like it should be fairly quick to build some logic to construct the MetaHuman, and it's all going to be in one blueprint. Well, it's going to be a class of the third person character, so it's going to be playable. But there's technically only going to be one MetaHuman blueprint. So there's going to be like a MetaHuman class of the third person character. So then you don't have to do any animation retargeting, nothing. So let's do that. If you followed along in the last course, you would already have a playable character, but we're going to rebuild our playable character that we well, at least the construction of the character. There's also an issue along the way. When you change the face, the materials don't change. So I'm going to show you how to fix that. Well, we might as well do it with the body. The body doesn't seem to have it. But let me just show you what you should have. So for each character, you should have a full body and a full outfit. This is like with the clothing, and this is just a naked version type of thing. So for each character, you should have that, and then you should have 8 items. So 2 shirts, 2 pants, and 2 pairs of thongs or sandals. They're called thongs in Australia. But there you go. And grooms, when you go bind here, there should be 9 for each character, and then you can work along. I suggest just going like this and going data, and then we can go. I like to go keep all my data structure in here. So go enums. Do we need an enum yet? Let me quickly just open something up, just so, because this is my latest version of MetaHumans, so I can just quickly, instead of trying to work it, I literally just done this today, so this is why I jumped on. But I'm going to just have this open here so we can quickly build this out, and it already works on my end. I might show you how it's working on my end. If you haven't watched, I also live stream the development of a game that I'm working on. It's called Prison RP, code name type of thing. That's what we're calling it right now, Prison RP. It's a multiplayer prison role-playing game, and I've just got worked out like how to do MetaHumans properly, and we're going to pretty much follow the structure. So as you can see, I'm just building the MetaHumans here. So I've got my own little character here, and I'm just running off here. So right now I should be able to just spawn in here. Let me just show you. So as you can see, we've got our playable MetaHuman. Everything's working good. Nice hairstyle. I mean hair physics and stuff. Let's get out of this. So this is pretty much what we're going to build. Only one of these. So this is what you need to do. You need to literally set everything and then update materials, and then set each groom asset like this for each one. So that's why I suggest having an index, 0, 1, 2, etc. So there's that. Let me just quickly, this is what we need to build. We just need this. None of that. All that's actually. Okay. Okay. Let me just keep this here. Let's open this. Don't worry about enums for now. So we need a structures. So structs. We can do a structure clothing data. We'll do clothing afterwards. We'll do MetaHuman data right now. MetaHuman data. Let me just quickly look at my references. MetaHuman data. Okay. So this is how we're going to do it. We're going to go skeletal mesh. And this is going to be, we'll call it the full body. full body mesh. That's just there so we're able to like remove clothing and stuff like that. So now we need we'll have clothing data afterwards, but what right now we need another one called face mesh. And now we need something else called oh, this is the best way to do it. Shit. We're going to go structure, bead data like this. Then this is going to be 2. This is going to be groom asset. And this is going to be binding asset. Groom asset, binding, groom binding asset, groom binding asset. So that's what we want. This is just the best. You know what? I'm an idiot. We can do it like this. Call these groom data. Like that. And then inside, okay. Then here we'll call these bead data. No, this is called groom data. Make that an array. So now we need 6 different types of grooms, and it's just better to keep it all like this. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Call this the eyebrows data. This one is going to be eyelashes data. This one's going to be buzz data. And then we're going to have hair data. And then we're going to have mustache data like that. So that's everything we need to construct the actual MetaHuman. So there's our MetaHuman data, different types of groom assets. And now we can go to here and go to tables. And the only way to really find this is to right click here and go data space. Make sure you put the space or it won't work. Watch. Table. And then get this. And then make sure it's the MetaHuman structure. MetaHuman data. And then just do DT underscore MetaHumans. The clothing is going to be a different layer on top. So there's that. And then we can go, there's only going to be 2 of them. So we got bow and then Cameron. So we can go to here and just go like this, bow. I think it's underscore bow. In my case, it's MC underscore bow. And then what we want is just do the full body. And then this one is the face mesh. And then this is where you add each. This is why I suggested having 1 for each and then keeping it consistent. So for each bead, we're going to be like this. And then we can go bow underscore or underscore bow maybe. Wait, this is the best way to do it actually. So this is adding 1 bead, the second bead. All right, but we're going to do 1 at a time. So we'll do 1 bead, and the best way to do it is we're doing bow. What you want to do is go to here, go to bow, go to grooms, and then type binding again. Then as you can see, he's got pencil thin bead. So we can go pencil thin, and this is bow's grooms like that. And you go pencil thin, it's going to be the exact same thing, but underscore binding at the end like that. So there's the first bead added, but I want to add the second bead. So the second bead is goatee. just type in goat, and then it's wait, you got to make sure it's the same. So goatee L scraggly, goatee L scraggly, goatee L scraggly from Bo. Goatee L scraggly from Bo. There we go. And now we're going to add his eyebrows. These are only going to be one, obviously. So his eyebrows are eyebrows M wide. Bo eyebrows M wide. Bow eyebrows M wide. Now we can do eyelashes. This is going to be one. Bow eyelashes sparse, which it should be sparse. Yeah. Or sparse, is it? Sparse. Eyelashes. Sparse. Should be in bow, from bow. Make sure you're not putting like another characters. It's very critical because they won't work. They're not for the character. So fuzz is going to be, it's usually M thin, peach fuzz. So you can do bow peach, bow peach. So there we go. And remember, whatever that is, it should be the same underscore binding, like that. So now we just add our hair, but in this case, we've got two different hairstyles. So we can do bow hair. Some other ones will show up, so make sure you're doing the right one. So the first one is pixie, hair pixie. Bow hair pixie. Bow hair pixie. There we go. And we want to have two different hairstyles. So this is going to be hair S swept fringe. Bow hair swept. Yeah, that's bow. Bow hair swept. There we go. Now he's got his two different hairstyles and he's going to have two different moustaches. Because these are the ones I'm only changing. You can theoretically change the eyebrows and all that, but I'm just changing hairstyles and moustache. That's it. And for the moustache, we want a moustache or handlebar. Handlebar for the first one. Bow let's do handle. Moustache handlebar bow. Handle. Moustache handle. What? See, this is what I mean. See how this one is actually in the engine? It's because we got that on. But this one is the one you want, bow. So make sure it's always from the right one. And obviously there's two different moustaches, and our other one is a pencil thin. Pencil. Bow. Pencil. Bow. Okay, so there's bow done. This is like how we construct bow, minus the clothing right now. So there's bow, and let's do Cameron now. So Cameron, full body. Make sure this guy's a full body. Yeah, full body. And then face, Cameron face, Cameron body, Cameron face. Okay, now let's do the same thing for the beard. But the best thing to do is go like that. Go to Cameron, and you know which ones you're adding exactly. It's do bind, because you just look at the bindings. So beard messy, and then goatee soul patch. Beard messy. Soul patch. Cameron. Soul patch. Cameron. Okay. And if you want to add, say you got 4, obviously you're going to have 4 different, but this is index 0, this is index 1. That's how you determine, you can change them. So we've got eyebrows. Let's just make sure we're doing the right one. Eyebrows slit. Eyebrows M slit. Cameron. eyebrows and slits, eyebrows and slits. Cameron, eyelashes is only one, so eyelashes is fine. Cameron, eyelashes fine. Cameron, okay. You should have one fuzz. Is the top one all filled in? Yep. So the fuzz is the peach fuzz and thin. Peach. Cameron. Peach. Cameron. See, these ones are always mainly the same, so make sure you don't add the wrong ones. So we've got hair. He's got two different hairstyles. He's got afro curly and then twisted braids. Afro curly. Cameron. Afro curly. Cameron. Twisted braids. Twisted braids, okay. So there's his hair. Now we do his moustache and we're done. There's all the characters done. So he's got a stubble and then a curly. Stubble? Oh, what type of stubble? That's an L stubble. Interesting. L stubble. Cameron. L stubble. Cameron. And then he's got an M curly. M curly. Cameron. M curly. Cameron. Okay. So there. So that's how your MetaHuman should be. And we'll do clothing later on. But right now we've got this. We should be able to now do... Give me 1 second. Let me just look at my references. So we can go here. What we're going to do now is we're going to rebuild our MetaHuman blueprint. So we're going to go to content, and wherever you're, if you followed along, you should have a class, which is a MetaHuman. So we've got this. So what we want is to just nuke all, wait, make sure you don't delete that. Just this. Oh, wait, sorry, no. You want to remove that. And this should just stay. Don't worry about his hair tripping out right now. There we go. What you could do is go like this and go Cameron, scroll down and go to full body. And now it will look right. So there we go, we got that. So what we want to do is just make a function. We'll call it construct MetaHuman. Construct MetaHuman. There we go. And yeah, don't worry about that for now. This is a bit of a sneaky move off me right now, but I'll make it. It all makes sense in a second. Okay. So what we want to do is make a. We can remove that. Actually, we can go like this. You want to make this variable. What the fuck? MetaHuman row name, we're going to call it. So MetaHuman row name. and this is going to be the row name in the data table. So in our case, let's just do Bo, and you change this to Bo or Cameron. So then you get the data table of the MetaHumans. You put in that. Don't worry about that. Okay, right now you should have this. Just worry about this. And then we can break this. Let's just go like that. Okay, so for the full body, we can go, actually, we've got the body here. So he's going to be, so grab the body and face from here, and then go off and do set skeletal mesh asset. Put this on the found, make sure it's not on this one. Move this over here. So we've got the full body, because right now there's no clothing logic. So we've got the full body, we've got the face mesh. You know, if you've got OCD like me, this is a very important step. You can get what you can do if you want to line this up with that. You whatever you want to line up, grab it and you say I want to line it up with that. Hold down left control and then do Q, and as you can see, it moves up, it lines up. And you can do it like this as well. Like this, I want to line that with that. So that, bang, Q. Okay. So now we've got the face, which should show the problem. Interesting. Oh, that's right. Because if we go into construct, we can do our construct MetaHuman. We can go like this, again, the Q, and then now in the viewport, it should change the bow. And as you can see, don't worry about the hair right now, is all messed up. But as you can see how his face mesh changed, but not the what's his. That's why we got to do something here. And the best thing to do is just make another function and call it update face materials. And this needs a face mesh reference. So face mesh, skeletal, and then we go like that. We'll come back to this, but let's just quickly throw it on here. So after you set the face, like the body seems to work. So if it doesn't work for the body, just do the same what we're doing here, but also there. So make sure you don't plug that in, you're plugging this in. All right. Sorry about the OCD, but there we go. All right. So now we've got the face materials. Now what we need to do is we need to drag out of this and go get materials. And then you'll see a little array like this. And then just do a for each loop. For each loop, not with a break. I don't think it's really going to matter unless you physically break it. But anyway, so you'll have that, okay? And then what you want to do is right click on the array element and go to split. Let's clean this up a little bit. And then now you want to grab the face mesh, and now you want to do set material. Put that into the loop body, and this goes into here, and this goes into here. So now when I click, his facial texture should fix up just like that. Bang. Don't worry about the hair right now because we're obviously not doing anything. It's pretty bugged. So there we go. We've constructed the body. We'll do the logic which will happen over the top of this, but don't worry. So we've got the body, face, and that's done. So now we need to start updating all this stuff, which should all. So we're doing the beard, then the eyebrows in order. Beard, eyebrows like this. So drag off, do set groom asset, then drag off and do set binding asset. I'll just put it like this so I can see that's 1, 2, 3. So you should have 6 of these, right? So create them. Let me just remove this so it doesn't confuse you. So this is what you want. You want to have 6 of these like that. All right. Now I'm just going to drag this over. Now what we need to do is drag off here and go to get a copy, okay? And this is how the logic's going to work. Since there's 2 indexes, 0 and 1, we can promote that to a variable and call this the beard index. All right, and obviously that's 0 when it starts, so it will be the first it will be the first bead. If I want the second bead, I'll do 1, and it will be the second bead, just like that. So that's how we're going to do it. Let me do one of these ones. Line up there, go like this, and then what you want to do is split this, and then boom, groom asset. Groom asset is the top, and binding asset's the bottom. See that? And then you just repeat the process. Get, not a reference, a copy. Put it around here. What you want to do is maybe duplicate that and call it the eyebrows index. This way you could technically actually, well, because we're not doing it, we don't really need to do this. Just leave the eyebrows and the eyelashes just by themselves. Get copy. So this is eyebrows, eyebrows, eyelashes, then fuzz. Fuzz is the same because there's only one. You only need to do this if there really is only one and you're not trying to change them. Obviously, because it's 1, it's 0, because computers count up from zero upwards. So hair data obviously needs an index. So we can get a copy of this beard index. We can duplicate that and call it the hair index. Drag that over and go bang. Now we've got the hair. We can go like this. And now we need the same thing. Or the last one is mustache, but the same as hair. So get a copy of that. Duplicate. Call it mustache index. So you're going to be like, beard, put it in order like this. Beard, mustache, hair, mustache, beard. Mustache goes here. Okay. So there we go, boom. So now, theoretically, what should happen is his hair should be sweet. There you go, boom. So now if I go like this and change this to Cameron. Oh, sorry. I just tried to knock a fly. I nearly knocked the headphones off, but as you can see, we've still got the issue. Now, what I'm assuming is this is all messed up for me on my side. So we need to just double check some things. Oh, wait, let me see my end. Yep. Yeah, that should be good. See, look, as you can see, the same logic is working on my end. So I'm assuming because my hair was just messed up for some reason, because I did modify not that hairstyle, but let's try a different hairstyle for this guy. So hair index 1. He should have a different hairstyle, but let's go like this. Well, I'm assuming it's only messed up on my side, so it should be working on your side. If for some reason it's not working, I suggest just rebuilding it. So there's Bo's first hair, second hair, right? And now we can go to the mustache, and we can go first mustache, second mustache, which is like it's a thin, paper thin. And his beard can be that beard or this beard. See that? So there you go, boom, you can literally change the whole character just by changing these variables. So this I'd suggest to put, you can probably have this on I suppose on spawn like that. All of it. And then you and then you're able to, when you spawn the character, you're able to select what type of, so that'd be the MetaHuman structure, like building the MetaHumans. Now, what we need to do is build clothing logic over the top. So let's do that. But just while we're here, if you want me to continue on with this course, I'm thinking about going into facial animations and teach you how to add facial animations where you could do it off a video or even an audio file. And I'm going to look into potentially just, default types of animations like, the mouth moving and stuff to be able to, if you wanted, if you had a multiplayer game and you had MetaHumans and you wanted the character's mouth to move when the player speaks through voice chat, that could be possible. So let me know in the comments if you want me to continue this course and we can look into some facial animations. So right now we're going to have MetaHuman structure. So let's start building our clothing structure. So what we can do is go to our MetaHuman character. So as you can see right now, we've just got, you should actually have these. So we've got the pants mesh and stuff like that. So we can have the clothing over the top of this, right? Where it overrides this. Okay. So we need to have clothing data, but let me look at my reference quickly. Clothing data. Okay. We can go to here, go to MetaHumans, data, structs, right click, S, clothing data. You can probably put this in the MetaHumans. You know what, let's do it inside the MetaHumans. Let's not do that. We'll do it inside here. So what we need now is shirt, pants, slippers. Obviously yours would be the same skeletal like this. No, that's all right. We actually need a clothing. Sorry, we need the struct. So we can go S, clothing, data. And in here we can go, we need to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously it'll be different for you if you got, maybe you've added accessories or something, but skeletal mesh. The best way to do it is go like this. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can go shirt mesh. Shirt mesh, pants mesh, shoe left, or we can just go like this, L shoe, left shoe, R shoe mesh, like that. L shoe mesh, R shoe mesh. So these are the different possible clothings, obviously. So we can go to here and now add our clothing data. Actually, we need something else. We need a skeletal mesh. But we can drag this one to the top and call this master body. Actually, we don't technically need to do it there because in this situation, we can do it here. So this can be clothing data. Clothing data. Which is which though? That's the right one. And this one can be masked body like that. And put this skeletal mesh. So this masked body can go full body, masked body. Okay, that should be good. So we've got our clothing data down here. Make sure this is an array. Now we've done that. Let's just make sure everything's saved. Now we should be able to go into our table. And for bow, we need a masked body. So we can go bow, full body. No, full outfit. Bow full outfit. This guy needs to be Cameron full outfit. Full outfit. And now, as you'll see, we'll have our little clothing data here. So in my case, I've got 2 pants, 2 shirts, so there's 2 different indexes, okay? So I can go like this. Well, because I did it this way, this can be like outfits. So we got shirt 1. Oh, wait, no, this. We can go like that. Shirt 1. Shirt 1. Pants 1. Wait, I just realized. This is limiting it to okay. We have to do this. We're better off doing it this way. So then it'll be fully modular. So we've got to go to data, tables, not tables, structs, MetaHuman data. Down here, call this shirt data. Oh, that's right. We don't need clothing data. Get rid of clothing data. Skeletal mesh, but it has to be an array. Let's just save everything. Now we can get rid of clothing data. We don't need that. Now over here we're going to have shirt data, and then we're going to have pants data and shoes data. Pants data, shirts data, pants data, left shoe data, right shoe data, right shoe data. That's the best way to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're going to have shirts data. Let's just start fresh. So bow, shirts. Type in bow outfit. So his first shirt, bang. Second shirt, bang. Outfit, shirt. Where's the other shirt? There is it. Okay, there's the second shirt. Pants. Add a second pair of pants. You have to do this, you know, to add obviously each different style. So we've got left shoes now. Shit, which is left and which is right. MetaHumans. Six, 8, 7, 9. 6, 8, 7, 9. 6, 8, 7, 9. 6, 8, 7. 6, 7, then 8, 9. Okay. 8, 9. Okay. So obviously, you know, because these are separate, so you could theoretically, like, you know, have different odd thongs, odd slippers. All right, so there we go. We've added all the different styles. So there's 2 different lefts and 2 different rights, 2 different pants, 2 different shirts. So there you go. That's how you add the clothing data. So let's quickly fix up Cameron. Shirts data. Cameron outfit. There's the first shirt. Let's give him another shirt. Cameron. What? Where's the other shirt? What? Okay, there's the other shirt. Pants. Add another pair of pants. Left shoes. Six, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there's the clothing done. 9. So the way this is going to work is that's index 0, index 1. See? Index 0, index 1. So that's the first pair of pants, second pair of pants, and that's how it's going to work. So now that's here. Now what we should be able to do is just construct it all here. And we just do the same like this. So you got the hair index, moustache index, beard index, and now we're going to have a shirt index. Because then you're able to like mix and match and all that type of stuff. So this is obviously a get copy. What? You get a copy with a shirt index. And it goes bang like that. And what we can do is we can just go like this. Go like this. Drag this over here. Go like this. Bang. Okay. Okay. What we should be doing, putting the body first. It's going to override this, but we won't do this yet. We'll do this. Set skeletal mesh. Because this needs to be now the clothing mesh, the masked body. Which is, if you don't have that, just follow the last course. You'll be good. So there's that. So we can have that masked body, and then we can just go like this. So there's shirts. We can have pants. Get a copy. Duplicate that. Call it pants index. We'll just, this is a bit of an OCD fix right here. We'll go to the shirt index, pants index. And now we just need 2 more for the left and right shoes. Left, right. Get a copy. Because they're separated. You know what? We'll just have a shoes index. Yeah, like this. So then they won't be shoes index, integer. Make this expose on spawn. Instance editable expose on spawn. So you could, like, if you're spawning it, you can do it. This is going to be the shoes index. So what you've got to do is go like this, get the left, so that's the left, and then get a copy for that. So this is the right, but make it the same as the shoe index so it chooses the right one. Just make sure everything's in order. So it changes both the shoes. So there we go, there's our clothing. Bang. There you go, boom. So we can go shirts index, it's 1 for some reason, we can go bang. Pants index, we can go bang. Shoes index, we can go boom. See that? Bang. So there you go. And if we change the MetaHuman, he should have the same clothing unless I got it mixed up a bit. So there you go, it's all changing. And I'm hoping it's my hair. My hair's the issue. Which I'm pretty sure it is, because it was, for some reason, it just wasn't updating and fixing. And I think it's got just technically my grooming asset, which was duplicated, and then I replaced it. So I'm hoping it's just messed on my end. But there you go. There's a completely modular. What you could do is call, put all this into a struct, and just call it, character data or something, and then you can just change all these, from the struct here, if you don't like it all here like that. But there you go. You change what type of MetaHuman you want here. You can change which type of hair they have, which type of mustache, which type of beard, shirts, pants, and shoes. But there we are, guys. I hope you enjoyed. And if you want me to continue on with this course, we can start covering facial animations, where you can use a video, so it will copy, I think it will lip sync, or you can use audio where the mouth, the mouth can lip sync, or we can go even further and potentially to see if we can do it for free and maybe make our own MetaHuman, like turn ourselves into a MetaHuman, you know what I mean? And then, get it to speak, but, with identical facial animations to you off a video type of thing. But anyway, guys, if you want to see the MetaHuman course continue, let me know in the comments. But there you go. You got a completely playable and modular MetaHuman. Let me just jump into this level, and we should be able to run around, and should be good to go. We can go third-person game mode. We can make sure this is the MetaHuman. And whoever it's going to be, we should be good. Let's go into here. So now we should be able to jump in. Sorry, this is going to... Shit. It's playing a standalone game, but there we go. There we go. We've got a playable MetaHuman. Oh no, everything's good. So there you go. It says memory has been exhausted, and it's really extreme performance, because when you modify MetaHumans, especially in the MetaHuman creator, the engine just stresses out. But if I go like this, let me just quickly show you quickly that all you got to do is close it and open it back up, and all that will go away. So sorry, this is not the right one. But let me just prove to you that it's all good, and we've got a playable MetaHuman. And I'm hoping that hair issue is just on my end. Let me know in the comments if you noticed it's just on my end. But if you still if you still got the issue, just rebuild the MetaHuman. And if it still persists, the issue, then contact me and I can help you work it out. But everything should be working properly now, because all the groom assets are getting set accordingly. But as you can see, we can jump back straight into here. Should be able to, yep. Let me go into one of these ones. Oh, it's lagging for some reason, because I've got two different things open. But here we go. Oh. Okay, I've got two engines open, two streams open. It's not cooperating, but there you go. You got a playable MetaHuman, third-person character, completely modular, clothing, hairstyles, and because we changed and modified the files and turned off RBF interpolation, you could theoretically now go into MetaHuman Creator and add any type of hairstyle, where I think it was restricted before. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.